What's up? This yoga class is all about our flexibility in the legs and the hips. My name's Jackie. Welcome to my channel. Special welcome if you're new. We're going to start out with a breathing technique called alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana. So I do have a tutorial on my channel you can check out, but I'll give a brief explanation. So take your pointer finger and your middle finger, and that's going to go in between the eyebrows, your third eye. Your thumb will block the right nostril, and you'll inhale through the left nostril. Take your ring finger, block the left nostril, release your right nostril, long exhale. Inhale through the right, close the right nostril, exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left, close the left, exhale through the right. So it's exhale, inhale, switch, exhale, inhale, switch. Continue on your own. I invite you to close the eyes. See how long and slow you can breathe here. Totally emptying the lungs with every exhale. Totally filling up the lungs to full capacity with every breath in. Option to increase the amount of time you hold the breath, to really tune into the stillness that always exists in every moment. Take your last round of breath. Next time you inhale through the left nostril, hold the breath at the top. Feeling no need to rush, but when you do arrive here, see how long you can suspend the breath and your gaze to the place in between your eyebrows where your fingers are pressing down. When you need to, you'll exhale, bringing the hand down towards the thigh. Option to place index finger to your thumb for Gyan Mudra, connecting our mind with a higher wisdom. Feel the balancing effects of this breathing exercise, of this pranayama practice. Place your palms together at heart center and set an intention for your practice today. Why did you show up on your mat? Why did this video call to you? Gently blink the eyes open. Before we get moving, while we're in the centered place, I invite you to take a moment for self-love and bring something to your yoga mat that will serve you throughout this practice. Whether if it's lighting a candle, I have some essential oils and crystals here, but do something that feels like an act of self-love that will help this practice be more of a loving experience for you. Maybe you grab a blanket, turn a good music playlist on, whatever it is. But if you feel comfortable just the way you are, honor that. Once you're ready, we'll get started in half frog pose. Come to lie down on the stomach. We'll start with the right leg. Bring your arms out wide, maybe elbows bend. The right knee will slide outside of your mat. The deepest expression of this pose is the right knee in one straight line aligned with the hip and your ankles behind the knee. If that's too much, just slide the knee further behind you. Find what feels good and close your eyes. Sinking heavily into your mat. How much can you soften your muscles in the arms, the fingers? Feel the spine loosen as all your back muscles ungrip. The hips and legs start to surrender heavier and heavier into the earth. Throughout this practice, if your mind ever gets busy, I invite you to come to an affirmation. This affirmation will help us come into the moment and stay disciplined throughout our practice. You can create your own affirmation or use the one I'll share. I choose to enjoy the journey. Take a huge inhale in. Hold the breath at the top. Exhale, sigh it out. Can you get heavier? Start to reach your right arm forward. The left arm will thread underneath, feeling a shoulder stretch. Next breath in, reach your fingers actively, stretch the arms. Exhale, right hand slides by the face, open the arms up wide, stretch the collarbones. Start to roll all the way onto your back into a supine twist. So take your time to wiggle around so the shoulders are stacked over the hips. Right knee is in line with the hip. Huge inhale. Exhale, maybe look towards the right hand. Pull the right knee in towards the chest. Left foot on the ground. Extend the toes towards the ceiling. Roll around the ankle one way, and then reverse. Bend the knee. Cross the ankle over your left knee, figure four. The foot stays active. You can stay here, softening the lower back deeply into the mat. If you want more sensation, hug your left thigh into the chest. Find those long, slow, deep breaths. And as we work on our flexibility, you'll notice when you breathe into the sensation, as if every inhale is massaging the stretch, making new space in the body, letting every exhale relieve tension, soften the muscles. This will really quicken how fast you find comfort in a pose, how much you can deepen your flexibility and maintain it. So use your breath as a tool. You can stay in stillness, or if you want to move, lower the left foot down if it's not already there. Arms will come back out wide. Start to lower the foot towards the ground. Your right foot can hover or tap all the way down. Your range of movement is perfect. Just accept where you're at. We'll move side to side. Bring this whole shape towards the other edge of your mat, sending the left knee towards the front edge. You can always readjust the feet, making sure you don't feel any pinching or pain. And you can rock this movement side to side. mindfully flowing. Deep breaths. After your next exhale, find your way back to center. Uncross the legs, hug the knees in towards the armpits, rock side to side. Really opening the hips, lengthening your tailbone forward. Hug your knees back to touch, extend your left leg forward, find your way back into the twist, all the way onto your stomach into half frog. Send both legs behind you, hands in towards the lower ribs, forehead down. Reach your toes as far backwards as you can as you lengthen through the crown of your head. Next, inhale, lift the heart off the mat. Legs are fired up. And we're not really focusing on going all the way up, but instead I want you to focus on just using your back strength. Lift the hands off the mat. Exhale, right cheek down. Half frog, other side. Bring the arms wide. Left knee slides outside of your mat. Start to sink into the pose. Sink into your breath. If you feel called to use an affirmation, you can repeat, I choose to enjoy the journey, or anything else that feels authentic. Take a huge breath in. Hold your breath at the top. Feel it. Sigh it out. Surrender. Slide the left arm forward. Right arm threads underneath. Lower it down. Inhale to stretch. Get bigger. Exhale, left hand towards the face. Open it up. Shoulders stack. Start to roll it all the way into your supine twist. Wiggle around as necessary. Huge inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe look at the left hand. Left knee in towards the chest, right foot on the ground. Left foot towards the ceiling, roll the ankle around. And then swirl it the other way. Figure four, cross the ankle over your knee. Make it yours. You can stay here or go deeper. Commit to the huge breaths, letting your breath increase your body awareness. Noticing where you feel this pose the most. Where can you soften? Letting every inhale really inflate the lower part of your stomach. Let every exhale feel effortless, empty, as the belly button contracts towards the spine. You can stay here or move around. Right foot to the ground, arms open wide. Tilt the left foot over, either hovering or tapping all the way down. Then take it to the other side. Find a pace of movement that makes you feel present. present throughout the transitions of the movement and the pauses between your inhales and exhale. Find your way back to center. Uncross the legs, hug the knees in towards the armpits. Then we'll create movement. Knees will touch at the center. Pull the knees forward away from you. Open up wide. Hug it back in. Keep circling. Circles can be as big as it feels good. Let the calves and the shins totally relax. And reverse your direction, so when the knees are in towards you, open up and then push it away until the thighs touch. Few more rounds. Last circle. Hug the knees in towards the armpits. You can stay here, or if you feel open enough, take happy baby, hands towards the feet, and then open up. You can rock side to side, whatever feels good. Huge inhale, wherever you are, widen the knees. Use your exhale to soften the spine deeper into the mat. Hug the knees back to touch. Right leg forward, come into the twist. All the way into half frog, move gently. Legs behind you. Hands pressed down by the ribs. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press down with the hands and knees, tabletop. The knees will come towards the edges of your mat, toes touch in the back. Sway the hips back, fingertips stretch forward, child's pose. Take a moment to feel around. How much can you relax the hips down? Feeling the shoulders glide away from the ears. Maintain that as you crawl the hands towards the right edge of your mat, maybe left hand on top. Pull the left hip back as you reach the torso out of your hips. Maintain this length and crawl all the way towards the other side. Maybe right hand on top of left. Bring it back to center. Sway the hips up through the right, all the way forward, engage the core, and then hips will come back through the left, all the way into child's pose. Keep circling around, and I want you to move as if you were flowing like water. No resistance. Move like liquid, whatever that means to you. Releasing rigidity. Breathing with ease. Reverse the direction, hips up through the left, back down through the right. One last huge circle, let it feel really good. Child's pose. Crawl your hands back towards the knees. And then plant your right fingertips back behind you. Left arm reaches forward and up. You can stay here or lift the hips off the heels. Go deeper, whatever your body is allowing. Huge inhale. Exhale, lower the hips if they're lifted. Hands by the knees. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, side out. Left fingertips behind you, right arm forward and up. Make it yours, maybe lift the hips. Keep the shoulders and hips square. Big breath in. Exhale, lower it down. Hands down, huge inhale. Sigh it out. Bring the knees together if they're not already there. And then come into your hero's pose. We're gonna start to really flow around, but I want you to come back to your intention or the affirmation. close your eyes. Commit to letting this practice serve you in your journey. Letting go of all expectations or desires for a certain outcome. And choosing a perspective that will allow you to embrace every moment, pose, and breath with a feeling of fun freedom. Find your way into downward facing dog. Crawl the hands forward. Your wrists are directly under the shoulders. Step the feet back, plank, hips high. Start to walk it out, bending one knee at a time or finding any other movement that makes you feel alive. Breathing in energy. Exhale, feeling energized. Find your way into stillness. Inhale, right leg reaches high, three-legged dog. Bend the knee so it faces towards the ceiling, pressing down with the right hand equally towards the left. Circle the knee one way. Skyrocketing the hips higher by engaging the core. Reverse the direction, finding that liquid movement sensation. Find the knee back facing towards the ceiling. Lift your left heel. Exhale, slowly lower it. Mindful movements. Inhale, lift the heel. Exhale, slowly lower. Can you stack the right hip over the left more? Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Right toes towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot in between your palms, low lunge. Find your alignment. Option to come onto fingertips or blocks here. I want you to feel like you have space in your spine. One straight line down the knee all the way towards the ankle in line with the second toe. Lengthen the neck, squeeze the thighs together, and start to pulse the hips up and down. So it is that liquid movement sensation, but I want you to also find that mindfulness, finding the proper activation so this does feel good. Hugging the right hip in, squeezing the thighs together for last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stillness. Softly kiss the back knee down towards the mat, half split straight in the front leg. Toes can stay down or face towards the heart, either staying on blocks or fingertips. Commit to the length in your spine so you can really find the deepest stretch. Inhale, creating space in the body. Exhale, finding softness. Next, inhale, bend the right knee, low lunge. Start to stretch the heart forward. You should feel this in your back quad. If you don't feel anything, slide the leg further behind you. Huge inhale. Exhale, half splits. Find a flow. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Thigh stays in one straight line as you move. Deep breaths. Next time you're forward, stay. Heel toe the right foot outside of your right hand, lizard lunge. You can stay lifted or lower onto elbows or blocks. 3 rounds of breath. Feel every inhale and exhale, allowing the individual breaths to pull you into the present moment. All 5 toes are pressing down. Take one more inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Rise up onto the palms. Curl the back toes, back knee lifts. Start to face all toes towards the long edge of your mat and heel toe your front foot midway down your mat. Yeah, so it's like the back legs in side plank. Press down evenly, right arm reaches high. Horizons lunge, start to lower the hips down, right arm reaches back. Inhale, lift the hips, arm towards the ceiling or overhead. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift. One more like that, down, lift. Fingertips up towards the ceiling. Right foot will step back and hover into a side plank. Eagle legs, cross the thigh over the left thigh. Maybe you hook the foot behind, whatever feels good. Start to bend the knees, right elbow in towards the knees, feel it. Inhale, open up, unwind the legs, step the right toes behind you. Pivot the left toes so all toes are facing the back edge of your mat. Engage the core, lift the hips, fingertips reach overhead. Wild thing. Press down with every finger that's grounded. Exhale, bring it back to side plank. Right hand down, plank pose. Left arm high, side plank, other side. Left foot starts to float off the mat. Cross the left ankle over the right knee, finding figure four. Bend into the right leg, squat it down, left elbow inside the foot as much as you can. Inhale, open it up. Side plank, left foot high. Exhale, elbow to knee, look down at the right hand. Can you step forward? Low lunge. Find your way here if that transition didn't work. Huge inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Engage the legs, squeeze the thighs together. Inhale, high lunge, arms up high. Keep the legs engaged. Ooh, wind chimes for extra effect. Activate the core so you can find support in your back. Right arm reaches forward, left arm back. The more you engage the legs, the more balance you'll find. Back hand to back thigh, reverse it. Front arm reaches overhead. Crack it open, warrior two, left arm forward, right arm back. Back foot is aligned with the back edge of your mat. Find some comfort, move around here. Once you're feeling good, straighten the front leg. Reach the front arm overhead, reverse triangle. Inhale, find more lift out of the hips, press down with the feet. Exhale, relax the head, open the throat. Inhale, shoulders over hips. Start to bring the hips back and up as you teeter the left fingertips down towards the shin, thigh, or anything that feels good. Prioritize lifting the hips, reaching out through the spine, and start to open the heart as you lean back, breaking through your boundaries. Micro bend in the front knee, take one more breath, press down. Exhale, keep pressing. Can you lift the hips up more? Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle. Find a flow, one more. Bring it back. Bring it forward. Shoulders over hips. Half moon, back foot can step in halfway. All the way in your front foot as you lean it forward. Your back foot is side kicking your back wall. Left fingertips to a block, hovering to your heart, or all the way on your mat, whatever feels good. Doing your best to stack the hips, stack the shoulders, fingertips are alive. Option to turn this into sugar cane by bending the knee, reaching for the foot, finding that nice juicy hip stretch. Feeling it in the quad, down the left leg. We'll find our way back into half moon if you had sugar cane. As soft as you can, lower the back foot down. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, bend into the right knee, skandasana. If this doesn't feel good, find a wide-legged forward fold, feet parallel, hips high, head low. Otherwise, take it side to side. Find your breath, find your presence. Last round of breath. We'll meet in a low lunge facing the back of your mat. Right toes will face the back edge. Squeeze the thighs together. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, press down with the feet. Pull the left knee in towards the chest. Use the strength in the grounded leg to rise up, one-legged balance. And in this balance, we're gonna work on hip flexibility, but you're also gonna work on your third eye, your intuition. So find an eye gaze, something you can look at to help you balance. And this practice of focus will help us really be able to apply this in other areas of our life. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. Bend into the standing leg, figure four, hands to heart. We bend in this shape in a variety of ways. Standing figure four, I want you to imagine your hips are going back into a small stool, digging down with the grounded heel. Lift the heart, feel proud. Engage your core. Can you find more length through the spine? Exhale, hips back and down. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lower the hips. Inhale, rise up. Left knee in towards the chest. Exhale, dancer's pose or a quad stretch. Left hand inside of the foot. Reach your right arm forward. Lengthen the tailbone down. You can go deeper into dancer's pose by kicking into the hand. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Release the foot, standing splits, fingertips down towards the mat as your foot actively reaches up. Relax your neck. Take a long breath in. Can you reach the leg higher? Exhale, slowly lower it towards the back of your mat. Hands will walk towards the left, in between the legs, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Walk it back towards the front, low lunge. Step back, plank pose. Exhale, lower down all the way or halfway. Take a vinyasa. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, hip side, downward dog. Find your alignment, press down with the hands. Spin the biceps forward. Notice how you can widen your shoulders here. Engage the core to lengthen the spine, lift the hips. And the more you bend the knees, the more you can find a higher lift of the hips. Find the support you need as you relax the heels down to any level that feels good. Let the head be heavy, maybe shake it yes, shake it no. Take a long inhale. Exhale. Maintain this as you float the left toes high. Bend the knee towards the ceiling. Keep pressing down with the left hand as you start to stack the left hip over the right. Hug the heel in towards the glute. Circle it around. Breathing, feeling it, and reverse. Remembering that liquid movement. Come back to bending, stacking, opening, and then lift the right heel. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Slow and mindful, lift. Lower. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step forward, find your lunge. Once you feel like you are in your best alignment, pulse the hips up and down. Feel the whole movement, the way down, the way up, and everything in between. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stillness, pause. Softly lower the back knee down. Half splits, bring it back. Find the support you need to really pull the heart towards the foot. Inhale, bend the knee. Find a way so you can feel this in the back leg to a comfortable amount. You want to be able to surrender, but still increase your flexibility by feeling a stretch. Find your flow, exhale back. Inhale, forward. Next time you're forward, stay. Lizard lunge, left foot outside of the hand. Make it yours, maybe lower down. If your mind ever gets busy, know you have the breath and affirmation and using total body awareness as tools to bring you back into the moment. Inhale, press down with the palms, rise up, curl the back toes, lift the back knee, rotate the toes towards the long edge of your mat. Front foot is in the middle area of your mat as your left fingertips reach high. Find an active lift of the hips. Exhale, lower down, reach it back. Inhale, lifts. Exhale, down. Reach the left fingertips up, lift the hips. Side plank, left foot will stay lifted. Eagle legs, cross the thigh, maybe you hook the foot, whatever feels good. Slowly bend into the knees, left elbow in, use the core. Inhale, spring open, unwind the legs, wild thing. Rotate the shoulders and hips towards the ceiling. Engage your core, press down. Exhale, side plank. Left hand down, right arm high. Woo! Other side, right toes lift up. Make it figure four, cross the ankle. Flex your toes as you bend into the left knee. Right elbow in towards the foot. Inhale, lifts. Reach the right toes up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Step forward if you can. Lunge. Find your power, big breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale. Let it go. Arms forward and up. Find your high lunge. Left arm forward, right arm back. Woo! Reverse it, reach it back. Open up, warrior two. Woo! Straighten the front leg, reverse triangle. Inhale, lifts. Exhale, triangle, Trikonasana pose. Make sure your all 5 toes of your front foot are facing forward. Engage the legs as you lift the hips. Lean into it. Inhale, reverse it. Exhale, drift it forward. One more like that. Shoulders over hips, half moon. Find your way into it. Get creative. Once you feel steady in the pose, maybe you make it into sugar cane. Reach for the foot, kick into the hand. Half moon. Warrior two, make it gentle, make it soft. Skandasana or wide-legged forward fold. Go side to side if you're going for Skandasana. Find that playful approach in your practice. We'll all find our way into a low lunge at the back of the mat. Left toes face the back edge. Squeeze the legs together. Inhale. Sigh it out. Pull the back knee in towards your chest. Root down to rise up. One-legged balance. Find your drishti. Hands to heart. Figure four. Lower down. Remembering to flex the right toes. Square the hips and shoulders towards the front. Use your breath to optimize your comfort in this pose. Inhale, float up, right knee in towards the chest. Reach back inside the foot, left arm forward. Kick into the hand for dancer's pose. Standing splits, release the fingertips down, reach your toes high. Deep inhale, create space. Exhale, soften the head. One more like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, soften as you lower the back foot towards the back of your mat. Walk it towards the right, wide-legged forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift, reach the hips back. Exhale, fold. Bring it towards the front, low lunge. Step back, plank, take a vinyasa. Exhale to lower. Inhale to open the heart. Exhale, hips high, downward dog. 3 breaths. If you're feeling child's pose, maybe you bring it down to the mat to find more grounded. Find your way into downward dog if you're not already there. Next, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step forward, foot in between the hands. Lower your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Really pull the right hip back and in. Inhale, arms up. Check down with your thighs in one straight line. Exhale, reach the arms behind you. Interlace your hands at your lower back. Press the palms together. If it feels okay, squeeze the elbows in and extend the arms. If this is like, holy shit, too much, just reach the arms behind you and you'll still find a nice chest opener. Inhale, lift the heart, ground down through the feet. Exhale, humble warrior. Descend inside your thigh, tilt the crown of your head down towards the earth. Inhale, lift up. 2 more like that. Exhale, lower. Next round of breath on your own. After your exhale, meet me in warrior 1, arms up. Power down through the front foot, left knee in towards the chest. Woo! Coming into figure 4, in through this way. Cross the ankle, bend into the knee, hands to heart. Maybe you go deeper here. Knowing you don't want to go too deep that you feel pain. You want to be able to soften the muscles. So find that honesty with yourself as you explore the pose. Last round of breath. Inhale, one-legged balance. Exhale, dancer's pose. Reach for the foot as you reach the arm forward. Use this next round of breath to really feel the pose. Kick it back, standing splits, fingertips down. Softly lower the back foot down. This time we're gonna lower the back knee down to the ground. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Whew. Coming into this twist with the knee down, you might be able to find more support and lift. Start to tilt your backhand down towards the thigh. Reach the front arm overhead. Keep the hips exactly where they are. If you can reach the backhand closer towards the heel, I invite you to go deeper. But do not compromise the form, just so this pose can go deeper. Inhale, rise up, twist. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, start to find a pigeon pose shape, right knee behind the wrist, and come into your 30% edge here. So bend the knee extra. And we're gonna pulse the hips if it feels okay. Engage your leg muscles to stay safe. Flex the right foot. Start to lower it down and up. Woo! Slow and controlled, but letting this still feel like a liquid movement without resistance. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick it back, three-legged dog. Bend, stack, open, circle it out. And reverse. Knee towards the ceiling, feel it. Just one of these, inhale, lift the heel. Exhale, lower. Walk the hands, 1 or 2 handprints closer towards the foot. Maybe you can ground the left heel down. Don't force it. Come onto your left fingertips. Playing with the balance. Start to lift 1 finger at a time until you're just on your pointer finger. Maybe you lift the hand off the mat and reach it towards the right foot. If you have it, you'll kick into the hand. My advice is to lean the heart forward and find your drishti. Wherever you are, find your left hand down, bend, stack, open. Right leg high. Exhale, step the foot forward, pyramid pose. Both feet will be completely on the ground. Your back foot can be at a 45-degree angle or completely facing forward. Feet are in 2 separate lanes. Lower the head down. Blocks are great here. Find any support that will make this comfortable. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, refold. Lift your back foot off the mat, cross it behind the right foot. Slight bend in your knees as you keep folding. You don't have to go far to feel this, so maybe this looks like this for you. That's absolutely fine. Let the body soften for one last round of breath. Uncross the feet. Bring the feet out towards the edges of your mat, toes out, heels in. I'll face you for this. We'll sink the hips down, hands in prayer, push your elbows into the knees. Malasana yogi squat. If this is too much, come into that wide fold and dangle side to side. 2 rounds of breath wherever you are. Inhale to find more length in the spine. Exhale to press the feet down. Lift the hips higher. If you're in Malasana, lift the hips, find a forward fold. Your feet will be parallel. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend the knees, hands to the mat. Left toe step back, right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, you'll find your pigeon pose and we'll stay. So lower the hips completely down. The more parallel your right shin is to the front edge of your mat, the more intense it is. So bend the knee as much as you need to be able to surrender. You can lower down for more sensation. Few breaths here. Keep the foot flexed to protect your knee. And see how soft you can get the legs to be. Imagine your torso was melting from solid into liquid. And let this liquefying sensation travel down through the hips, down the legs. Take your last round of breath and really feel it. If you're lower down, lift it back up. Open the heart. Really appreciate this time on your mat. And then tuck the back toes, right leg high, 3-legged dog. Cross the right foot behind the left and start to place weight in towards the right heel as you bend the left knee. If you prefer to circle the leg out, if that feels better after pigeon pose, I invite you to find any movement that makes you feel good. We'll all find our way back to 3-legged dog, right leg super high. Exhale down. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step the foot forward, back heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, interlace the hands or find your reach. Whatever you did on the last side is great. Lift the heart up. Exhale, humble. Inhale, lift. Exhale, humble. Next one on your own. We'll meet in warrior one, arms up. Back knee in towards the chest. Figure four. Last time playing with this balance, so enjoy your experience. Enjoy the journey. Inhale, lift up, dancer's pose. Squeezing the thighs together so your back knee can stay facing the ground. Take one more inhale. Exhale, standing splits. Lower your back foot down towards the back of your mat. Softly lower your knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Square the hips forward. Reverse it, backhand to your back thigh, reach overhead. Engage your core, keep the hips where they are. You can go deeper if you feel called to. Maybe this side's different. Accept and embrace it all. Lift back up into the twist. Cartwheel the hands down. Three-legged dog. Exhale, find your pigeon stance. Bring it back to your 30% edge, and we'll pulse it out. Mindful, but finding that flowing sensation. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Three-legged dog. Bend, stack, open. Circle it out. And reverse. Knee towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift the heel. Exhale, lower. Walk your hands a few handprints closer towards your feet. Let's play with that balance on this side. Coming onto the right fingertips. Lifting every finger but the pointer finger. Relaxing the shoulders. And then maybe lift the hand towards the foot. Engage the core. Find your drishti. Pull the heart forward. Find your way back in a three-legged dog. Pyramid pose on this side. Drift the left foot forward about midway down your mat as you root the right foot down. Hinge at the hips as you lower the torso down to any point that feels good. Experiment with how much you can let go. Feel the shoulders loosen and ungrip. The backs of your legs start to feel softer and more open. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Step your back foot behind the left ankle. Soft bend in the knees. Let the head be heavy. Uncross the feet, bring them out to the edges of your mat. One more time in a wide fold or in your malasana. 3 breaths. I invite you to close your eyes and really feel into the sensations in your hips, as if you were breathing through the hips. If you're in malasana, lift the hips, let the feet be parallel, fold. Inhale, halfway lifts, bend the knees, fingertips down, right foot steps back, left leg high. Exhale, pigeon pose. We're gonna stay So take your time to let it feel really good. I invite you to rest it down if it feels good on this leg. Really spiraling the center of your back thigh on the mat. So all 5 of your back toes are on the ground. Start to press up onto the palms if you're not already there. Curl the back toes, 3-legged dog, left leg high. Find any movement that feels good. Maybe cross the left foot behind the right and lean your weight into the heel or circle it out. Find your way back to 3-legged dog. Send the toes super high. As slow as you can, both feet to the ground, downward dog. Begin to walk your feet towards the hands and let this be a practice of patience. How slow can you move? You know there's absolutely no rush. So practice what it feels like to be slow. Bending the knees as much as you need will eventually end up in a forward fold. Once you arrive, bend the knees as much as you need so the torso can graze the thighs. Inhale, lift up halfway, hands at the shins or hips. Exhale, folds. Bend into the left knee. Left fingertips to the mat or a block. Reach the right arm high. Twist it out. Exhale, lower the hand. Keep your knee bent and start to walk the hands towards the right pinky toe side. Ooh, juicy stretch. So if you can't make your way down and you don't have blocks, I just want you to sway your way over. Whatever works. And then walk the hands towards the left pinky toe side. Left knee is still bent. Inhale. Exhale. Back to center. Bend the right knee, right fingertips down, open up. Slowly lower down. Walk the hands towards the left toes. And then bring it over towards the right. Back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Start to find your way into a seat. Slowly, gently. We'll come down. Bring the feet together, Baddha Konasana. And the further you bring the feet away from you, the more it's going to stretch the outer thighs. The closer in, the more you're going to feel it in the hips, but the more difficult it will be to sit up tall. So find your sweet spot where you have a tall spine and feel good in the legs. You can stay sitting up or crawl the hands forward to any edge, that your tailbone's grounded, but you feel the hips opening. Two of the slowest breaths you can. Bring it back up, cross the legs, left ankle in, and you can cross the right ankle forward and find that same fold, or I'm gonna invite you to practice a mobility exercise. It does require some flexibility, so if it doesn't feel good, don't force it, just find that fold. Otherwise, right hand to knee, left hand to your foot. Try to find a straight line in your shin and rock it side to side. Both hips are on the ground. You know you're forcing it if you're kind of in this weird shape. If you want to go deeper, bring the shape inside the insides of your elbow creases. And if you have this leg in your arms, I'll invite you to try going deeper. Just see what feels good. You'll thread the right arm under the knee, fingertips down to the ground. Bring your left hand towards the foot. If you can keep both hips grounded as you straighten the leg into the hand, relax the shoulders away from your ears and start to look behind the left arm underneath the bicep. Use your hand to find more lift of the torso. You can enjoy this beautiful pose or any way into the pose. Wherever you are, just the fold, the mobility are starting to just straighten. Take one more inhale. Exhale, we'll all find our way into a cross-legged seat. And then open the legs wide, all 10 toes facing the ceiling. Firm the thighs down. Yeah, and then start to crawl the hands forward, wide-legged forward fold. If stillness calls to you, enjoy it. If you want to move, I invite you to sway side to side and enjoy that. Your next inhale will bring you back to center and walk it back up. Bring the right ankle inside, the left ankle in front. We'll do the same thing you did on the other side, either folding, taking the foot inside the hands or inside the elbows. Relax the hips down. Maybe you find that rocking side to side, cradling the baby. Feel this liquid sensation around your hips wherever you are. Feeling all tension melt away. If you want to go further, you can thread the left arm under the knee, fingertips plant down. Your right hand will come to the outside edge of your toes, the pinky toe side. As you straighten the leg, open the shoulder. This side's often rough for me, so don't force it. I often have to wiggle around and know that I can't go as deep as I can on the other side, so sometimes I just come back here. Take one last inhale. And on your exhale, find your way back into the cross-legged seat. Straighten the legs forward, and we'll do a little shake out for 10 seconds. So just use this as a time to release anything that's not serving you, any tension that's left over in this area, so we can find total softness as we lie down. Last 3, go crazy, 2, and 1. Keep the legs straight as you lower all the way down. Send the legs up towards the sky, waterfall pose. You can keep the arms grounded or invite them to join the pose and reach them high. Use this time to sink into your mat, sink into your own inner world. Let the lightness in your legs soften the muscles in your whole body. And then bend your knees, plant your right foot on the ground, cross the left ankle over the knee, open your arms up wide. We're gonna find that same twist we moved around with earlier. So start to tilt the foot towards the ground, either hovering or making it all the way down. We'll breathe into this. If it doesn't feel good, you can uncross the ankle and just stack the knees. The next rounds of breath, I just want you to surrender. Your ankles crossed, energetically send your knee towards the front edge of your mat. Inhale, inflate your stomach. Exhale, sink the shoulders into the mat. One more like that. Bring it back up towards center. Uncross the feet. Hug the knees in towards the armpits. Either sway side to side or come into happy baby just for a moment. Then bring it back together. Let's twist the other side, cross the right ankle over, and take it over. Or maybe stack the knees here. Look at the right hand or up at the ceiling. Bring it back up towards center. Uncross the feet one last time for happy baby. Maybe straighten one leg at a time. And if there's any other stretch or pose that your body's craving, I invite you to take that now. The next few rounds of breath, let go of the mind and let the body guide you into what feels good. One more round of breath. Really be here for it. Hug your knees in towards each other. Wrap the arms around the legs. Honor yourself for showing up today. On your mat. For you. Embracing this act of self-love as you start to send one leg down your mat at a time. Open the palms towards the sky. Feel your bones resting heavy into the earth. Completely ungripping your muscles, knowing you are held by the earth in this moment. Completely supported by the ground underneath you. Before we rest into our Shavasana, I want to share a part of a poem I read in the book Beloved by Dakota Adan. Unconditional love only works when I don't have my own conditions. Let these words soak into your essence, knowing you are deserving of unconditional love. And you can give yourself permission to let go of any conditions you've put on yourself or anyone else. Physically, mentally, spiritually, let your whole being melt into your Shavasana. invite you to stay in Shavasana as long as you feel called to. If you're ready to move forward, start to create movement in the body, coming back to your surroundings. When you're ready, you'll hug the knees in towards the heart and roll to either side. I invite you to come back to that line from the poem I shared earlier. How can you let go of conditions for yourself and others so you can experience the profound joy that is within unconditional love? In my own experience, I realized that feeling this love is less about acting and striving and trying for it, but it's more about surrendering and undoing, letting go of expectations, judgment, conditions. I'm realizing our natural, innate state is drenched in love. So know you can find ease in this process of letting go. There's nothing you have to find outside of yourself to feel unconditional love towards yourself and the world. Keeping that in mind, find your way into a seat, keeping the eyes closed. Press the hands onto your heart, onto the chest. Deep inhale in, feel this love within you. Exhale, celebrate it. Being grateful that your natural state is love. And realizing how much of a miracle this really is. Bring your palms to touch in prayer. Know that the light and the love in me knows with my whole being that the same light and love exist within you. Thank you so much for joining me in today's practice. I bow to you. Namaste.